Well guys, it's Lee. It is dreary March and been raining, misting all day. And but the temperature is mid 60s, so that part's not bad. But right over my shoulder on the trailer, I have a Craftsman. I think it was a 2000. But anyway, it was on Marketplace for very inexpensive. But they said maybe some carburetor issues. I don't know if they know or not. But anyway, I'm assuming a new carburetor's in store, at least. But anyway, that's what I got. Don't know if it's going to be any count or not, but I think I could sell the two back tires for what I got in it, just because, you know, it's been sitting out there for a couple of years. I had to take my big green machine because I know anytime, because my trailer's 18 foot long, so anytime I go pick up a mower that don't run, I take a different mower with me, either that green machine. I'm gonna start doing before and after of this. Look at all that oil buildup. I bet that's loose, if I had to guess. That's where all that oil comes from. I hope so anyway. The deck, look at that. Got a flat tire up here. I took the hood off. There's the hood. Don't look, I mean, it looks good. This carburetor. So I'm gonna take it to the power washer probably today, because you can't work on that the way it is. I got it all cleaned up. Just pulled it from the power washer, got it pushed up in here. I got this old battery that I charged and my light turned green, so it's a 2019. I know it's too old, but I got to do my due diligence and make sure it's a bad battery before I go putting another one on it. You know, it shined up pretty good. This is the one I suspect has a bad carburetor, so we'll check that out. But my first thing is, I just want to see if it turns over. So if this battery's bad, I'll go get a good one from somewhere and stick it on here. If you'll remember, this had a lot of oil around it. But look at this. This is a common problem on these. Look at that. That's it's loose. The threads on that are loose. So you can see the threads right there. So I'm gonna tighten that up. That's where the oil's leaking out. Then I'm gonna put a little oil in it. Might try to run it for a minute to see what it really does. So I just want to run it for a second, see what it really does. And then I'll feel confident about putting a carburetor on it, you know. But it sounded like it ran pretty good. Right now I'm putting automatic transmission fluid, which is what's in this bottle. I just put it in there. I didn't put it on film, but now I'm putting the valve stem back in. I'm actually using a different valve stem in case that other one was leaking. And because that tire was going down pretty quick. So I got it up on the jack. I'll rotate it and see if that doesn't seal it up. It's got fuel shut off, but there's not a fuel filter in here anywhere. And that gas is probably old, I'm pretty sure it is. So, I mean, the thing probably to do, because I don't know if you could hear it on the video, but it was surging and smoking and all that. So I think probably I'm gonna just put a whole new carburetor on, install a fuel filter. Of course, this has got some jacked up stuff. You know, they got a screw in where a cotter pin goes. And I've seen a lot of little things like that on this one. Soapy water. Right there's our culprit. So I have responded to an email by Hipa. They wanted to they wanted us to work together on a video. And so I told them, you know, so they asked me what I wanted. And I said, well, hey, I'm working on a Craftsman mower, but Briggs and Stratton, I'm looking at it, Intech 19.5. I said, hey, I'm gonna have to put a carburetor on it. Or, you know, what you could do is clean that carburetor. But these carburetors are like 20 bucks, 20 something dollars. You know, it depends on exactly which one you need. But this particular one is, you know, a 20 something dollar carburetor. Hey, if you like these kind of videos, subscribe to my channel. So this is what I got in a box. This is the air filter that's going to go right here. Like, look at the old one. You know, that's pretty rough. Needs to be replaced. So they sent me an air filter. Look, I got a keychain. Now, no, you know I like keychains. We'll take it out here in a minute, but it's, what does it say? It's just Hipa, and it's got the hipastore.com on the keychain. Right there's their logo. And in here is, if I can do it with one hand, right here is the actual carburetor they sent me. So that is the replacement carburetor right there. All right, I'm gonna pull this stud out. Just kind of sitting over there, I forgot all about it. Because when you clean them, it's just different. So I took that little oil plug out and broke it. This thing's always break. I usually try to stay away from those. I don't like them, but I got a part to put in there. And I'm putting everything back together. I got the oil drained, fixing to put fresh oil in it, putting this back on, got it all buttoned up. One little tip, this thing right here has to go in here just right. So in other words, on this flywheel are fins, plastic fins. And if you don't do it just right, I'm trying to move it. If you don't do it just right, those fins will hit this and shave every one off. So when you put this back together, turn that with your hand a little bit, make sure you don't hear a clicking noise, because if you do, you need to pull it back up, readjust this so it don't get your fins. I've done that before, and now I'm very cautious about that. So that's, you know, something to think about. And I'm going to get this cleaned up, and we're going to test out, see how it runs. All right, so I got my Hipa carburetor on. Now I'm fixing to put the air filter in. So it still smokes. I suspect it has a blown head gasket. That's going to be another video. But the Hipa carburetor and air filter did a great job. It fit perfectly. It matched the OEM part of Briggs. It was, I don't know for sure, but it was 20 something dollars. So anyway, Hipa's a good product. I've used them a lot of times. I'll use them again. Thanks for watching.